Hi friends, Merrideth with the Great Outdoors here, and today we're going to talk about watering techniques. And for the purpose of today's talk, we're going to talk about two different things, unattended versus attended watering. Now I chose these terms because that's what really it breaks down to with the current water restrictions that we're under, attended versus unattended. Unattended watering would be anything that you can kind of do without having to be there. The most common example of this would be your typical sprinkler system. You can set it to go off at different times, you don't really have to worry about it. That is what's really being heavily restricted right now and what they're really watching. If you do have a sprinkler system, there's a couple of things that we could recommend if you really want to reduce the water you're using. We have this great little kit here that will actually take an existing pop-up sprinkler and turn it into drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is much more water-wise, wastes a lot less water, and really delivers the water right to the roots of the plants. We do also sell drip irrigation, which is, again, a great way to just get the water right where it needs to be. But this does technically fall under unattended watering, as does something like a hose-in sprinkler like this guy. Anything that you can kind of set and just leave it would technically be unattended. And if you're using unattended things like this, we do highly recommend you get something like a timer. This guy works like a simple kitchen timer. You just set it for 30 minutes. When it's done, goes off automatically. That way you don't forget it's running and accidentally have something running for several hours. Now there is a little bit of a gray line in this attended versus unattended, and that would be the soaker hose. The city right now says it is okay to run soaker hoses outside of your time slot, particularly if you're using them to irrigate trees and things like that. Soaker hoses are another great thing that really lets you concentrate the water where it needs to be. There's not a lot of overspray and a lot of waste. So use these sparingly still. We still recommend something like the timer so you don't forget about it, but this kind of falls into a little bit of a gray thing. Now the one thing that you can do really as much as you want currently would be to use a attended or like a hose-in hand spray waterer. So this is a simple guy right here. It goes on the end of your hose. You just turn it on in water, turn it off, and you're done. But you have to be there the whole time. This isn't something you just kind of leave running out there. We do have a product called the hover sprinkler, which is a great way for watering grass. Grass is kind of a hard thing to do by hand because typically people have large expanses. And this is a good way to water a pretty good sized area, but still do it by hand and not be under the restrictions. So that's kind of a quick synopsis of attended versus unattended watering. Hopefully that kind of helps straighten out some of these things, particularly as we maybe move from stage 2 to stage 3 water restrictions, just to know what you can do and you can't do. If you want more information about this or any gardening things, just check out our website, which is www.gonursery.com. Have a great day.